All those poets on all those worlds who spoke of war as such an unsightly thing, they never stood here.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episodic review by Centipede Geek. Today I'm going to talk about the ABC television series by the name of 666 Park Avenue. I'm going to discuss my opinions upon episode 8 titled Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Though 666 Park Avenue has been cancelled, don't worry, I'm still going to be uploading weekly episodic reviews every episode that is going to come on. 13 episodes are planned, and they are, just so you guys know, ABC does plan on airing the rest of the television series weekly, so it should end sometime in January of next year in 2013, I believe. Also, the last episode is going to serve as a series finale. They're reworking the episode so it can serve as a series finale to give the fans closure, just so you guys, I made a few news videos if you guys want to know more information about that. So anyways, don't worry, I'll still be doing my weekly reviews on 666 Park Avenue. So let's get straight to it with episode 8 of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane of 666. So pretty much what happened in the last episode, episode 7, Downward Spiral, was the main actress, I forget her name, but anyway, she was trapped, she walked down the spiral staircase, and she was trapped underground. Well now, she all of a sudden wakes up in the middle of New York City, and then Henry, her husband, puts her in the hospital, and she has to be kept there for 48 hours, 2 days, to undergo surveillance and see what's going on, because for some reason, she doesn't remember anything. She keeps having flashbacks of this certain symbol, and she keeps having flashbacks of Peter Kramer being, strapping her down somewhere, and all these candles are around her. Looks like some sort of ritual is going on. Pretty much she's having all these flashbacks. We also have Brian's character, the guy with the glasses. Her and Alexis seem to be getting involved again. His girlfriend, I forget his girlfriend, I think her name's Vanessa or something like that. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But anyways, his girlfriend, we found out that she was actually using pills again, so she was popping pills. This episode had a lot of subplots going on, but that's usually my complaint with this series. Well, actually, in this episode, I didn't actually mind the subplots. So the subplots, they didn't really take away from the experience, but they actually added to the experience of the episode, so I didn't really mind them in this one. Also, Victor Shaw, we also found out that somehow, I don't know how, but he knows that Terry O'Quinn's daughter is actually alive, and Terry O'Quinn's character, Gavin Durant, actually found out that his daughter might still be alive, and he found out that she had, supposedly committed suicide, but Victor Shaw says she's alive. And it seems that Olivia is actually, Durant's wife. She let him escape so she can find out where her daughter might be. So I guess we'll find out in next week's, in tonight's episode 9, titled Hypnos. So anyways, that's pretty much the gist of what's going on. At the end of the episode, Jane, that's her name, Jane. Jane finally comes home, and she goes, at the end of the episode, she goes to meet the psychic character who may know more about the whole Children of the Drake and what is going on and that whole thing. So overall, that's what happened on episode 8 of 666 Park Avenue, titled Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Overall, I thought this was a pretty solid episode. It was not amazing. It wasn't my favorite. But the good thing about this episode was it seemed focused. Like a lot of times, the problem with 666 Park Avenue is that the series is kind of all over the place. They're trying to tell this story, this subplot, this thing here, and they're never really focused on one solid foundation or background and origin of the series. Well, this episode seemed to know exactly where it was going, and though they had about 3 different things going on in this episode. You know, you had Victor Shaw being tied, strapped down. You had Jane and Henry in the hospital, and then you had Brian and Alexis having their little romance drama thing. So though there were 3 different things going on, it was done in a fashion where I actually didn't mind, because normally I don't really care about Brian or Alexis or anything like that. But I don't know what it was, but something about this episode worked. Though there were 3 plots going on, the subplots weren't bad. Usually, it's kind of distracting because the only 2 people I care about, besides Gavin and Olivia, is Jane and Henry. Well, in this episode, it was done in a fashion where it wasn't too bad, actually. Just so you guys know, tonight, like I said, episode 9, Hypnos comes on, and Whoopi Goldberg will be featuring in tonight's episode. I believe she plays some sort of psychic. It looks like I said, Jane goes to see some sort of psychic that knows more about the history of the Drake Hotel, and it seems like Whoopi Goldberg plays this sort of psychic character. So, if you guys like Whoopi Goldberg, make sure to be looking for her in tonight's episode of 66, episode 9, titled Hypnos. So anyways, like I said, there was one interesting scene that makes me think that Gavin is kind of maybe he might be an entity of the Drake Hotel. Like he's like a ghost or a demon or maybe Satan. He's some sort of I'm thinking he's some sort of demon because he has he got his box back. He finally got his box back, and my opinions upon the box, that there's maybe some kind of spirits inside of the box that wants to harm Gavin and Olivia's character in 666. But anyways, he got the box back. But anyways, there's a scene with him talking to a priest in like a Catholic church, and the priest says, "You can't. I thought you weren't going to be allowed in here. You shouldn't be allowed on hallowed ground." And Gavin's character says, "I love churches. Are you kidding me?" So I'm wondering if because he said that quote, is he a demon? Is he some sort of, ghost character? Maybe he used to be human. Maybe he's a ghost within the Drake Hotel, an entity, something along those lines, because, it also makes me wonder, how did he make Victor Shaw's character see a skeleton, see Victor Shaw's dad, and then dissolve into a skeleton, and then from there dissolve back into ashes? I know it was a hallucination that Victor Shaw was seeing, but how did Gavin Durant do that? So I'm thinking he's some sort of ghost or demon of some kind. It would make more sense if he was one of those things. If he's just a regular human, I'm a little confused. But if he's a demon, then it's going to make perfect sense. So anyways, like I said earlier in the review, episode 8, titled Whatever Happened to Baby Jane of the series 66 Park Avenue, was a solid episode, though it's nothing amazing. I didn't, it was, I was wanting a little more, but overall, a solid episode that really felt focused, and they felt like they knew where they were going. I can't wait for tonight's episode of Hypnos. I'm kind of wondering whether or not they're going to find out any more about the children of the Drake, because they didn't really reference the whole children of the Drake idea in this episode like I was hoping they would. Because I kind of felt like they pulled that plot out of the sky. They just kind of pulled it out from nowhere. But if they reference it again and give it some background, I won't mind the plot too much. Anyways, episode 9 of 66, titled Hypnos, comes on tonight on channel ABC, of course, at 9 o'clock. So if you guys want to watch it, looks like it's going to be about, we're going to find out if Olivia and Gavin's daughter is truly still alive, or if Victor Shaw is just trying to pull some crap on him. And we're also going to find out more about the Drake Hotel itself, and what Whoopi Goldberg's character, playing a psychic, is going to tell us about the Drake Hotel. Anyways, that's my review of the episode 8, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, at 66 Park Avenue. Once again, thanks for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers. Like, comment, subscribe to my page below, and I will see you guys later on tonight with another review of 66 Park Avenue.